Woke activists are relentlessly trying everything in their power to cancel Hogwarts Legacy, but to no avail, because it is the top wishlisted game on Steam a month ahead of release. It has become a major success already, and once it drops, we'll see if that momentum continues. But why is it that Hogwarts Legacy is succeeding so well? Is it because everyone just wants to own the woke people? Or is it because it actually looks like a good game? Or perhaps it's because people are fans of Harry Potter and want to live out their wizardry dreams? Let's dive into this video because I do have a lot of opinions. I think it's a little bit of all of the above, but there's a lot more to it than just that. Now, just saying you want to play the game, or just shedding light into what's going on with Hogwarts Legacy. I made this video that said, for those not clued in on the Hogwarts Legacy controversy and why people are reading about it, I made a video here going over everything. But not only that, on the main tweet that I made ahead of that, I told people, hey, don't let nobody tell you what you can or can't play. If somebody doesn't want to play something because their activism tells them not to, fine. But don't let nobody tell you you can't play it. And this has made a lot of people mad. Don't come for either of these people. It's just not worth it. Some journalists at IGN and Kotaku are also mad at me, of course, but what else is new? The sky is blue after all. And in this case, John Phipps, this guy has the biggest hate boner for me. I'm sorry for saying hate boner, but it's true. This is what Sophia said. Sophia Narwitz, transgender woman, by the way, which this makes them even more mad. This makes the wokies even more mad whenever they see people who they try to control, like they try to control me being a woman. They want me to spout their narrative, and if I don't, that's heresy to their woke religion. And in this case, Sophia Narwitz, a transgender woman, a transsexual speaking out against their narrative. They can't control Sophia Narwitz. So of course they hate Sophia as well. And this is where she said, when you're so woke, you make sure to take a break from depression, posting to bully a woman because she's excited for a Hogwarts game. Now, this is exactly how this is going with a bunch of these woke hold people. They're bullying. They bully women. They bully black people. They bully transsexuals. They bully gay people. Anybody who doesn't push their narrative, that's who they attack the most. In this case, John has shared a lot of his mental health issues. He's really struggling right now. And like Sophia said, he took a break from his mental health struggle to bully me. But what else is new? Well, I'm not going to kick someone while they're down. I do hope that he gets some help and that he does feel better, because something is clearly wrong there. No normal, happy person is going to single out someone and attack them, like what always happens. I point out issues that I have with society and things that they say in general, but as in terms of just coming after someone, that's not my style, with one exception. If they're a predator, I won't hold back in that case. But anyway, yeah, they're very upset about this. But here is the question: is a lot of people, because I mean, look at here, Hogwarts Legacy is Steam's top selling premium game a month ahead of release, right? Not even counting what it's doing on consoles. This is pre-orders. People are excited about this game, and there's so many theories around that. And I've gotten accused by a lot of these woke haters that they will sit and try to tell me, wow, I can't believe you care more about Hogwarts and the Harry Potter universe than you care about trans people type narrative. And it's funny because I'm not even a Harry Potter fan, and I've never been one. I don't dislike it per se, but I've only watched like 2 of the movies and I haven't read any of the books. I just never really got into it. And so that's not even close to the reason why I'm wanting to play Hogwarts Legacy. Truth be told, the reason why I want to play Hogwarts Legacy, and the reason why I believe it truly is succeeding right now and gaining a lot of attention is because, I mean, look, it looks incredible. This is a game that actually is being a video game in a time where most companies, especially AAA companies, are focusing more on cinematic experience than actual gameplay. And I've made so many videos about this, but this actually has phenomenal looking gameplay. It's a big open world. There's tons to explore. You get to be a student at Hogwarts. And look at this. You get to fight trolls and stuff like that. You get to explore a huge, massive, fantastical world, fight trolls, and learn spells and all kinds of stuff. It just looks good, and it looks like an actual video game and not a linear hold your hand with all these things telling you what to do every 2 seconds just so you can watch some pretty cutscenes and that's it. This is a game that looks like a video game should, and it looks incredible. So much to explore, so much to do. And let's be real, if the woke mob were all pushing to cancel a game that was mediocre looking at best, then nobody's gonna care. There's gonna be some people. I mean, like I said, it's fun to own the wokies sometimes, but for the most part, it's just people aren't gonna want to spend money on a crappy game. I didn't drop $70 on a deluxe edition just to own the wokes, you know? Like, I actually think the game looks incredible. It looks fun, and it looks like a video game. This is what really, too, what we've seen recently with Elden Ring, for example, and what that has shown is that gamers will support and they want to see video games be actual video games. And there's people from all across the political spectrum who are buying and pre-ordering this game. And it's not just conservatives or Republicans or whatever, anybody who's not a liberal. There's a bunch of liberals and even some woke to some degree people who are still getting this game just simply because it looks good. Now, a lot of us who have pre-ordered the game have no issue with anything that J.K. Rowling has even said. I don't. She speaks out for women, and she is concerned for women. She has no issues with transgender people. She just has concern for the safety of women. And let's be real, these are valid concerns when you're dealing with men who are stronger than us. So of course, our safety should be cared for. And any legit transsexual person is going to think the same thing. They're not going to want to invade and put us in a place, us women, they're not going to want to put us in a place where we don't feel safe. They're just, the legit transsexual people who suffer from gender dysphoria, hey, they're dealing with it how they see fit, and that's their business. But anybody who's trying to invade female spaces, who's trying to take over female spaces, and who are making women uncomfortable, that's a different story. That's what we're seeing with a lot of activists, and we're seeing with a lot of trenders, trans trenders, as I've said. So no, I don't have any issue with anything that I've seen that J.K. Rowling has even said. And the fact that what she has said is considered as controversial as it is very telling, and all the more reason why we need to double down even more on this kind of stuff. Because otherwise, the takeover will be real. We're already dealing with drag queen story hour with children. We're dealing with women literally getting beat to a pulp in sports because men are allowed to invade. And we're seeing a ton of this stuff. We're seeing children be indoctrinated into this movement, and we're seeing children be mutilated who are too young to make these type of decisions, and it's encouraged and they're groomed into it. So clearly there is a huge issue at hand here from predators and weirdos who are hijacking hijacking the transgender, transsexual space and turning it into something entirely different. So in all reality, I would consider those people to be the real transphobes, because no actual legit transgender person who is not doing it for attention and who actually has a condition of gender dysphoria, they don't want to hurt anybody. They are just trying to mind their own business and get on with their lives. So yeah, that's just the gist of it. This game looks amazing, and in all reality, this game has already bent the knee to woke people to some degree. I mean, with the character creation screen, there's no male or female. You can look like a female but be a male in the game, and vice versa. And so they've already bent the knee, but of course that is never, ever, ever good enough. Nothing you can do will ever be good enough for these woke people, these woke activists that are just terrorizing people and harassing people constantly with their religion. Okay? That's, hey, I'm hyped for this game. I'm excited for this game. I'll get over whatever woke elements are in it. Hopefully there's not that many, but I think it looks incredible, and that is exactly why I pre-ordered it. Any of the politics attached to it or whatever, hey, it is what it is, but the game looks legit good, and that is the big takeaway here. We have seen the gaming industry be hijacked by a bunch of non-gamers, and I've made my most recent video discuss that. We've already seen that, and with the takeover of things and with the hijacking of things, we have to stand up and we have to make a change with them. We can't just, they try constantly to silence us on these type of topics all the time. And whenever we did just be quiet about it, oh, okay, yeah, let's go ahead and let more people into our hobby. Let's go ahead and try to be easygoing about it, because gamers are chill, cool people. We try to do that, and then things get taken over. This has happened with society in a number of ways. And so that's why we can't just continue to let the takeover happen, because, man, even with, like, okay, I'm getting on a bit of a tangent here, but anyway, I said gamers pretend to be bad in video games, but IRL are some of the most kind people you could ever meet. Woke activists pretend to be kind, but are some of the most cruel people imaginable. Funny how that works, which is true, and so many of these, this is how they try to control us, and all of these woke activists love to paint gamers out to be evil, terrible people, yet they try to hijack our space, and they have hijacked our space. So they waltzed in, they complained about, oh, well, you need to be more accepting, this, that, and the other. And then when we were, they took over and demonized us in the process and tried to kick us out. This is constantly happening, and that's why I've learned, okay, I'm not going to be quiet anymore about this kind of stuff. This applies to just life in general, and all of this activism going on, and all the hate against J.K. Rowling, and all of this knocking on people's concern for safety of children and women, for example. Yeah, I will speak out on that. And even when it comes to Christianity and my faith, even there's attempts to hijack that, this whole progressive Christian movement that is just, oh, accept everything. If you don't approve of and validate everything, even if it's against the Bible, then you're a bigot and you're not like Jesus, because Jesus was woke. It's just pure heresy. And they're already trying to take over and hijack that. And just me speaking out against this stuff, I have some people from the Christian community who were like, oh, you shouldn't be doing this, oh, you shouldn't be doing that, when the Bible literally tells us to call out sin. So when people try to shut you up, exactly, if anyone ever asks you what would Jesus do, Remind them that flipping over tables and chasing people with a whip is within the realm of possibility. Thank you, Panuma. Literally, while I'm talking about this, you share that meme. That sounds like it was divinely inspired, because right when I'm talking about it, it pops up. So thank you for sharing this. So we were never called, those of us who are Christians, we were never called to just be agreeable. We were never called to be loved by the world. We were never called to conform to the world. The Bible is very clear that we are in a spiritual battle constantly. And if you don't believe that there is evil in this world, and that there are evil forces influencing a lot of what's going on in this world, then you're sorely mistaken. And I even made a video about this called The Woke Movement is Satanic, because everything that the woke movement encourages and validates is the antithesis of what the Bible teaches. So I will continue to speak out against this sort of thing, and I will continue to use my platform to do so. I don't care who calls me a bigot, and I don't care who tries to shut me up, unless God himself tells me otherwise. And so far, that does not seem to be the case, because I have felt nothing but led to continue to do this. Of course, I'm going to mess up sometimes, but every single day I'm in my Bible and I am praying for guidance. And that is very important to me. So anyway, I kind of got on a little bit of a tangent there. But anyway, Hogwarts Legacy. It is succeeding in spite of all of the cancellation attempts thrown at it. This is very refreshing to see, and let's hope that this makes a change in the gaming industry at large, and that gaming companies and developers are focused again on giving us fun experiences, instead of just trying to shoehorn woke politics into absolutely everything. Let video games be video games, and let video games be fun. The fact that they took on this project with Harry Potter, even including a lot with the backlash that J.K. Rowling has received from woke activists, that's a brave move, and obviously their concern is money. So not gonna act like like the people who took this project on are all holy and all that. That's definitely not entirely the case, but the fact that they had taken on this and prioritized that over just some woke agenda and shoving a message in our face it's nice to see. It's refreshing to see. And I think the success of this is going to show people that, hey, maybe this woke crowd doesn't actually buy video games. They're non-gamers. They're non-nerds. They wanted to invade these spaces just because they wanted a piece of that pie, because there's a big niche and it keeps growing in popularity, and they hijacked it. They don't even like it. They don't want video games to be challenging or any of that. They don't want video games to be video games. They don't want you to do bad things in video games. They want you to just they care more about the shipping of characters and stuff like that, which I've went over that a lot in my last video. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below, did you pre-order Hogwarts Legacy? If so, what was your reason behind it? I'm curious. But thank you again for watching. I will catch you next time, and in the meantime, go boom.